kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday. Okay, trying something different at the moment. The camera is currently outside my house in the garden, coming in through the window. You see? Look. Ace Ventura joke there, not done very well. Anyway, yes, so 7 weeks to go, and although a lot has been done, I don't feel enough has been done. I'm getting a bit like this now. As you can see, so that. Upper arms, forearms, one calf, another calf, wrists, half a thigh and another half a thigh being printed right now. Okay, lots to do, as you can see. Now, can it all be done in 7 weeks? Yes. Can it all be done by me on my own in 7 weeks? Yes. Can it all be done by me on my own in 7 weeks with a day job and other stuff that, you know, life gets in the way? No. That's the problem. I can't stop working. I have to do what pays the bills. So we're running out of time and hours in the day to do this. It already dawned on me that maybe I shouldn't be making videos and just working on this. You know. Anyway, replacement sander came. The first one never turned up. This is another one I bought, so that should help me with some of the sanding. Also helping with some of the sanding. My mate Steve has come back and he's taken the handlebars, both pairs of handlebars and the ankles, to put on some filler and smooth them off nicely like that, just like he did with the feet. So I'm very grateful to Steve for that. Let's talk about Marvin's head. Marvin's head is back. As you can see, there are no print lines on him now. He's a lot heavier. You can see all that pink stuff. That is fiberglass resin that is actually, and matting that's strengthened every joint on him. So he's heavier, but he's a lot more sturdy and feels nice and solid. Great work by Clive at Workbench Designs. If you're into the Scream movies especially, and all sorts of horror movies, go see Workbench Designs. I'll put a thingy down here because they are just masters at, you know, Friday the 13th hockey masks, convention safe weapons that look really realistic, like shiny knives and axes, and all that kind of stuff, Jason stuff, zombie silicone masks, all that kind of stuff. Amazing stuff. So what's left to do on this guy is just go around, as Clive said, with a 400 grit sandpaper, wet sand, smooth off little bits, cover up any tiny little dings or whatever that may show up here, and then it's painting time. After painting, fit the eyes, fit the chrome details, the corrugated bits on the ears and on the chin, and the mouth mesh and plastic, and then he's pretty much done. Obviously we've got a neck turntable to go on, and a mounting piece like a cylinder, just like the arms have, but generally head's done. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm sure you'll agree it looks like Marvin. This is the most important part of the suit. I can fudge other bits of the costume because most people don't notice that things are off, especially with Marvin. He's quite a rare, you don't see him as often as Stormtroopers or Daleks, for example. But with Marvin, the face has got to look right. Although I began the CG model of Marvin, most of the work was done by Merv Staton and his colleagues over there, who basically took all my notes and sketches and drawings and pointers and turned it into what you see here. The ears, so the block on the side and the X next to it, were modelled by David Nagel, who did a really nice job of improving the ears that I'd originally made. And yeah, I think he's, put it this way, when I met the real Marvin, he was about that high, and I think he's pretty much there. Unless I actually took this to the model unit now in London and said, let's compare, which I don't think I'd want to do because it's quite scary to do that kind of thing. But other than that, you know, this is a really nice model. Very happy with it, and I hope you are too. Anyway, so let us talk about time. It is 7 weeks to go, and as I said, I'm kind of worried that there's too much work to do. The majority of it is sanding and filling, but if the sanding and filling is done, painting would take maybe another 3 or 4 days, which is not a big problem to me, not painting. And then you've got to test fit everything together and see if it works. But the biggest job of this all is still sanding, filling and finishing off stuff. And I've got my 3D printer. It's been working like a beast, bless its heart. It's currently behaving. Managed to get a level bed and some decent quality prints, so I'm redoing obviously all the bits I need doing. But I'm nearly there with that. So you may have noticed on my social media, you may have noticed on my social media that I've recently bought a Dalek. Yes, I bought a fiberglass Dalek kit. I had to basically do a bit of work on it in order to get it through that door, because I could get it into the house through the window, but I couldn't get it into the house through that door because it's quite wide at the bottom. So yes, I'll be working on that, but not until I finish Marvin. I had to, like I say, I had to do a bit of work on him just to get him in the house. But you know, although I'm excited about that, I haven't given up on Marvin. I will keep going until one of two things happen. Either A, it becomes completely obvious with like a week to go that Marvin is not finished and not going to be done in time. I mean, beyond all reasonable doubt. You know, if I can cobble him together somehow and make him work, I will. But if he's not going to work, if it's clearly not going to work, then obviously I'm going to carry on making him. I'm going to carry on building him, but he's not going to make an appearance at the Tattoo Con this year. The second thing may happen is that the Tattoo Con itself doesn't go ahead. It was cancelled last year, obviously, due to lockdownage, and it may be cancelled again because it's a very big event over 2 days with 200 plus artists and other sorts of traders, etc., and obviously the general public and that. And it may well be that they can't do it. So far, I'm not saying it's been cancelled, but so far I'm saying they're going ahead. They potentially put in the dates 25th and 26th of July this year, which is why it's happening in 7 weeks' time. And the theme is cosmic. I am hosting, as I do every year, and I really want to bring Marvin there. So I'm going to keep going. My faith is crumbling a little bit. I've only got myself to blame. I could have done more on this during the lockdown year, but I haven't. Obviously, everything else gets in the way. But I'm going to keep going. Like I say, I try and do a bit on Marvin every day, regardless of what other work I've got on, and I've got a lot of work on. So bear with me. Let's see how far we can get in 7 weeks. And if by some miracle we manage to pull it off, wow, you'll remember back to, do you remember at the 7 weeks mark when you were like, it ain't gonna work? Let's hope we can. There's not much else I need to get for Marvin, maybe a few more tins of silver paint, but there's not much else I need to buy for Marvin. So I think all the pieces are with us. If not with me, like the torso, for example, is with my friend Mark, who's doing the dremeling, and that's a fiberglass job. But everything is basically in-house now. We've got kind of everything, and this is why I've started looking at it all piled up and go, wow, this is going to take a long time. Anyway, let us see what happens. This has been more of a summary video than anything else, than a show and tell. All I will be able to show you, for example, is I've started putting the calves together, the new calves. They fit within the new thighs a little better. I've started doing very nice dolphin glaze. I'm happy with the curves around here now. These are almost ready for painting, actually. All I'm concentrating on is the front of the arm, the outside surfaces, that needs a good skim, and the back. The inside surfaces not so much, not really going to be seen, don't need to be 100% perfect. So, more of that to do in the coming weeks, and there's my doorbell. I've got to go. Take care now, bye bye then.